And I'm with Black Hills Financial Planning. I work primarily as a financial planner and do some business analysis work as well too. And I have a very different background than a lot of financial planners or advisors. And that's because for the first 8 years of my career, I actually worked in the holistic health industry. And so I lived abroad for about 5 years, working as a chef, holistic nutritionist, AC certified personal trainer, body worker. And I fell in love with the people who do this type of work, most importantly, because we all need a little bit of more nurturing. But it was when I came back to the United States that I realized that, for most people, it's financial disparity and the inability to actually plan ahead and invest in those things such as good, healthy nutrition or regular acupuncture or working with a midwife, and just having more of a holistic viewpoint that prohibits many of us, individuals and families, from living better lives and taking care of ourselves. And that just permeates everything else as well. And so that's where I had a big aha moment. Went back to school for business and accounting, became a licensed financial advisor in partnership with Foundational Wealth Partners. And now I just, for the past few years, have been in and out of helping all different types of holistic health practitioners really put themselves front and center when it comes to getting clear on their goals and how they want to build their businesses. And I think there's a lot that we can do that's complementary in terms of helping them from a financial perspective to succeeding in business. And that's kind of a nutshell where my passion and focus comes through when it comes to holistic financial planning. And we'll talk more about what that exactly means, but there's a bit of a background.
Well, I think it's amazing. Mandy, you and I are very similar because I had worked for a little while in the financial advisory world because I had been a practitioner for so long. And I was like, okay, it doesn't matter how great of a midwife or a Reiki instructor or acupuncturist you are. If you can't make your numbers work and your bills and your overhead, you can't serve people. Like you and I went into this direction of like, we need more business education and financial education for alternative practitioners. If we want alternative medicine to grow and thrive, or even ourselves, it's a non-covered service with many insurance plans. So if you want to have where your finances aren't restricting what care options and choices you want for yourself, it comes to money. So like you and I come from a very similar passion direction for consumers and healthcare. And holistic financial planning was what jumped out to me because I'm like, we need that allopathic financial resources, not the traditional financial resources. So Mandy, how do you do things differently compared to the average financial planner?
Yeah, it's a great question. So when we say holistic financial planning, there's a couple components in there. So in the same sense that an alternative practitioner might look at the whole person and the whole body from mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, in a similar sense, holistic financial planning is really looking at the different aspects of your life that are vital to creating a good foundation for you to build off of. And so we're not just looking at purely retirement or just how you're budgeting. It's really understanding who you are as a person. What are your goals with your family? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? And then we kind of dive into the functional nuts and bolts of foundational planning, which our firm teaches a 4-pillar approach. So it's debt elimination, not consolidation, not kicking the can down the road another 20 years. Estate
You don't want to
planning.
take after the government. You're trying to teach them the other way to do it.
Yeah, we like to teach self-sufficiency and really helping people understand how to have more freedom and control in their own lives, because there are strategies that have been around for decades that some of the wealthiest families, as you know, have been employing, and this information just doesn't trickle down to the masses. And so we're education oriented first and foremost. We're community oriented, where I'll sit down and have several meetings over coffee with people just to teach them ins and outs, and we don't charge anything for that, because at the end of the day, an educated client is the best client. And my purpose here, my team's purpose, is to help empower people and give them the information they need to figure out how to move forward next. And so kind of bringing it back to the foundational planning approach, the 4 pillars, we have that debt elimination, because most people are spending up to, 3/4 of what they make every month going back out towards compounding interest and taxes. We want to help people keep more of that and also be able to free up money to have more cash flow to reinvest in strategies that are going to help them get ahead and create that legacy. We also focus on estate planning, so asset protection, avoiding probate, taking care of your family, having documents in place like power of attorney, power of medical or financial as well too. And we also have a focus on guaranteed retirement, making sure that our clients know 100% they're going to retire when they want, how they want, and then long-term care planning as well. Because especially working in the healthcare industry, I think a lot of us have been exposed to the downfalls of the current state of things when it comes to most people having to liquidate their assets or rely on family to give them the type of care they need later in life. And there's so much more I could say on that, but that's a grounded approach, I suppose, to the holistic financial planning. And then beyond that, it's really relationship based. I'm here to help people not only learn more about what's available to them, but feel confident in how they move forward with their financial health as well.